One. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome, Wayward Gamers. Welcome to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as Neo53 in the socials. And guess what? We are back, baby. Hello. Welcome to the Legends of the Natural Ones, our Pathfinder 2e actual play campaign in season 5. Yes, we've got 5 seasons so far, and this is episode 6. Wrap up after the great and awesome, talented guest star
Extravaganza.
extravaganza that we've had the last few episodes. I can use words, yes. Anyways, I'm very excited for tonight. We have not played for a month, so I miss all these wonderful and beautiful people, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. April Fools was yesterday, so I've been trolling our players quite a bit on what tonight could be.
By trolling, he means he's telling us how he's gonna hurt us and then being like, just kidding, unless I'm not.
But,
And he drops like 4 or 5 different things. Oh, is this gonna happen? Oh, maybe this is gonna happen. I wonder if this is gonna happen.
Like multiple choice of terrorism.
It's love. It's for the story. And there might be some special, interesting things happening tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but thank you for joining us. Before we jump in, and we are going to jump in for some fun and role playing, but we want to say a quick thank you to our friends and affiliate friends, I guess is the best way. Sponsors, not so much. Affiliate friends, I guess is the best. Smuggler's Coffee and Talon and Claw. So go check them out. They should be popping up in the chat throughout the stream. So check out that wonderful information there. What else do we need to say? Thank you for joining us. We've done our safety tools. We have fun here. We're just,
What else? What else do we need to do?
Sometimes we swear.
yes, we are adults and having adult fun. And
Hey, since you haven't been here online for 6 weeks, Carrie, since we're in the last session, why don't you go ahead and throw out an F word? There we go.
Ah.
Okay.
You're
Oh, my
welcome.
heart's racing.
Let me clutch my pearls.
welcome,
Ferengi?
everyone. So we are recapping. We had a wonderful 9 box of guest players and regular players, the Brady Bunch and Hollywood Squares. We split the party into 2 groups to attack because they were they're alchemists that have been plaguing them since season 1. They finally defeated. They had to take out his phylactery. So the group split. One went for the phylactery, which turned out to be the alchemist's house in Schmaltmarsh, aka Saltmarsh. And then the lich that was in the graveyard down below, the other group went and took care of them. And in a brilliant move, Glastoc finished off the lich with a
No.
blazing.
It was Bill.
It was Bill.
It was Timon.
Oh, it was
Timon-
Timon.
Timon got the last shot.
I thought
I got the big opener, but Timon was the one who finished. him
Jim
off.
clearly does not believe in plagiarism.
He believes in credit where credit's due.
I thought it was a watery spell, that kind of your beer spell that went out. I thought it was the beer the water, the divine spell that just took him out
You know what?
because Timon took out the Grell.
I don't remember. Anyway, whatever.
Anyways, you
He's
work
dead.
together and defeat it. He's dead.
Huzzah!
He's
um,
destroyed.
He
He was
thought,
already dead.
well, he thought
There's
he
a
was going to live forever
He's
because
dead again.
of some misinformation that Rocky had put into the future to set all of this up to help make sure that this was successful, because Rocky also wanted to defeat this alchemist lich because enemy of my enemy is my friend is how all this started. So once everything got destroyed inside this tomb, the party that destroyed the phylactery show up, and they arrive to find everything done. You picked up the pieces, you licked your wounds, you left, you went back to the inn to recover. You had a relaxing night. Yes, Jeff.
In that interim time when they are traveling from the lich fight back to where they are going, Aviro is very annoyed with Brynn. I just want that known.
This
Would you
shot's
share
fired.
why Aviro is?
Because
Catching
he
strays.
because if you recall, before the phylactery fight,
Oh.
Brynn was a complete jerk, complete jerk to Aviro.
I don't
in his
like the
in
word
his opinion. In his
jerk.
opinion.
I prefer matchmaker.
Yes, there was some matchmaking done in that episode. 2 episodes ago. Go check it out.
He is very miffed at her still.
Matchmaker.
Finally!
Make me a match.
4 seasons worth of just kind of feelings in the
Tension.
air, tensions were finally revealed. So yes, but yeah, you all of you come back, you get relaxed. Leto's happy, he's ecstatic about everyone came back alive. The lizard folk and the black dragonborn champion of Tiamat and lieutenant to Rocky left. There was a post-credit scene last week of turns out that one of the lizard folk was actually Rocky polymorphed into a lizard folk barbarian, which, may or may not, because he had to be there to make sure.
Of course.
Micromanagitis much?
Yeah, can't delegate for crap.
No, the gifts
trust-
that
yeah.
the gifts that
Trust.
were given were all there, except for the main party, but some were destroyed, some were given away, some were kept. So there was it was a thank you, a genuine thank you for laying your life down to fight this lich. And as you're relaxing that night, it's actually that night. So you're resting. You haven't completely rested. You're completely healed. You haven't completely rested yet. But we're picking up that night, and then we're gonna, if there's anything like conversations that night, and then we're gonna go into the morning, and some stuff might happen in the morning. But you're at the tavern, the house, relaxing, discussing what happened.
We're at Lito's house, right?
Yeah, you're at
We go
Lito's
back to
house.
Lito's house.
And Lito's got a big apartment, so everyone's got their own rooms.
Oh my
And-
god.
Oh
Like
yeah,
a penthouse.
Pretty much.
It's the Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yep.
That's exactly what I had pictured, dude. Amazing.
And so what? How do you share your wounds and everything else?
I'm sitting upside down on the couch going, I think I can drink upside down. Everyone watch. And because Brynn is deep into the cups at this point, and it doesn't go out. It doesn't go well. It goes up her nose and she ends up like rolling over and rolling off the couch and sputtering.
That's funny.
Of course.
Aviro is asking the lich fighting party. We felt all of a sudden none of you were moving. What happened? We were sure you were all dead or something. But at one point, we all through our connection felt nobody was moving. What was that all about?
Well, yeah, he did something that basically froze everybody for a short period of time. But thankfully, to my innate dwarven resistances and the fact that I rolled a 20,
Rolled a 20.
Y'all had so many 20s in that game. It was amazing.
it did not affect me as much as it affected some of the others.
It didn't affect him as much as it affected some of the others.
So,
Well,
yeah,
we're glad you're not dead.
I so the house though. So what kind of traps and such did you have set up for it?
Timmy.
Well, it has certainly been so. It was Timmy, of course. Timmy was there. And well, it seems like it's been so long now. It's hard to even remember. It's I
And it's been
honestly don't
3 hours.
Yes, I mean practically a lifetime. But
She's had a few.
yes, it was dangerous and frightening, and we also almost died, but we didn't.
Some of us more than others, as Aviro snootily drinks.
What's up with you, Captain Snoot?
What's up with me? What's up with me? You of all people should know what's up with me, Brynn Broadriver.
And I like thumb over at him. I'm like, you're acting like a bratty little sister.
And you're acting like nothing happened.
Nothing did happen. What are you talking about?
You made me out to be some kind of villain when I did nothing to you in front of everybody, and I don't understand why.
Oh, you're upset of me setting you up with Pepper.
And he flushes. What do you mean? You didn't set up anything. You just flew off the handle and said terrible things about me and impinged my character, and I don't understand why.
Well, first of all, Aviro, I'm sure that Pepper did not think you were a bad person of any kind. I mean, we treat each other like siblings. All I said was that you said something to me that deeply offended me, which sometimes is
Which-
true.
But I didn't in that particular instance.
I know you didn't in that instance, but I wanted an excuse for you to have to ride with Pepper.
Which
And
you
it
could have
worked.
just said, Pepper, perhaps we should switch places at this particular moment in time. Why did you have to make a theatrical production out of it?
She was
It was
having a
not
very
very kind.
important she was having a very important discussion with Glastoc. I don't think she would make the switch willingly.
Glastoc wasn't there.
Oh wait, fuck. Who was he? Oh no, with Gwyn.
Wait.
Gwyn.
Sorry.
Perhaps you should
but-
drink
I
more.
still have the
Brynn.
braids in my hair.
Yes, yes, of course, yes, of course. I mean, Aviro, it was the thing that happened, the thing that came to mind first.
Well, I'm still hurt by it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry you're hurt. I didn't mean to hurt you. I just went with the flow.
Thank you. Apology accepted.
And Brynn like cheerses with him. Like,
Aww.
so
I
what's
need
next?
another one of these. What was this? This was really good.
Called bourbon.
Bourbon?
Bourbon.
But why is it? It's not cold. It's warm.
It's supposed to be warm.
Yes, but it's bourbon.
That's funny. That's very funny. No, it's supposed to be warm. Bourbon. So what's next, family? We took down the Lich. That's a fairly big one for us. On with our quest of collecting the shards, I assume?
I assume.
Or
Actually, I had a very strange dream last night.
You don't say.
I did. Last night it was very strange. It was as you know, before we were going off on this adventure to deal with the phylactery, I dreamt. Do you remember when we were all stuck in the past? Or rather, I was stuck in the past for a year, and then you all joined me afterwards. Do you
Yes.
remember how we were looking for Rocky and we couldn't find him?
Yes.
I dreamt he was some sort of religious prophet for the tribe of lizard folk.
That would make sense. I mean, he is a black dragon.
It was very strange. Completely impossible, but very strange.
How is Gwyn reacting to this story? I want to do like set sense motive or something. I just want to see, is Gwyn like tightening up at the prospect of him being a zealot?
I don't know
Well-
if you want to roll for it or
I got an 18, so
Ah.
I noticed what I noticed, which is probably not a lot. That's a roll of 2 for me. A 2.
Gwyn has had a few drinks and is a little glazed over.
If Gwyn is glazed over, she's had more than a couple of
Yeah, I
drinks.
guess that's a good point.
Yeah, we're in multiples of 5 at this point.
Okay, so it's like a couple of kegs have been emptied. But she's just kind of sitting off to the side, spinning her sword.
Oh, like Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator?
Oh,
Doing that
except-
thing.
Because it's like 8 feet long. She's like,
Like, wait, that's awesome.
and
Be
I don't know,
banging
is
into
there
the floor into the ceiling?
is the floor carpeted here?
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
tearing up the
God.
carpet as I do this. She actually seems a little grumpy.
Uh-oh.
Grumpy.
I slide away. I want to be around her when she's
Why would
grumpy.
she be
Like, she's
grumpy?
huge.
You didn't get to kill
I don't
Rocky.
know. Yeah, I didn't get to kill. I didn't get to kill anybody.
I look
That's
over and
You
like,
true.
you took out a manticore.
No, I don't think I did.
Didn't you take
I
out that
burned
manticore
down
thing?
the house.
You burned down the
Yes.
house.
I
You
helped
saved
participate
someone.
in burning down the house, and I did save
Yes.
A
Aviro?
naked, a naked
or
Aviro.
in his
Oh,
in his
that's right.
skivvies.
Hey, Blondie, you seem a little quiet.
What?
Say you seem a little quiet. You're normally chattier.
Oh,
Something on your mind?
yes. So tomorrow we can kill Blue M's again, right?
Yes, of course.
I may have called in a favor.
What?
Yeah, so I asked Selena to keep tabs on.
If you're
Keep
going to
tabs,
puke, do it outside.
Good point. Tethys, the paladin dragonborn.
Oh,
So
yes.
we'll know where he is.
Good. And how is she reporting back to you? Is it a telepathic thing or a carrier pigeon?
I don't know.
That's
Rock solid. Love this plan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
Alright.
we can find him and we can kill him. It'll be
Yes.
great. He is
I don't know,
such
So
a
Jay,
smarmy bastard.
Yes. Very
Sorry.
party killer vibes.
Yes. Glastoc?
so everybody is there, right? Even the players who aren't here.
I'm gonna say they went off to doing their own thing, so they've split
They're
up.
shopping.
So they were doing their. You were all joined, but this is later in the night. So
Okay.
they kind of left. Like Pepper was there. She's going off to the library to do some stuff. She's got some stuff in the morning. She's got to confirm with Ren about some stuff as well. Calicos and Goblin are off doing they have a place in town, and Timmons at an inn. So
Okay.
It took Brynn and Glastoc and Gwyn to keep Aviro from going to the library with Pepper.
Right.
You got to play it cool.
So, so,
Vera, you have to give us some slack and reel her in, and then give us some slack
So,
and then
while-
reel her in.
while
But it's the
Brynn-
library. I want to go to the library. Why does she get to go to the library and I don't get to go to the library?
Because you are staying here and drinking with us. I'm
Tomorrow.
gonna introduce you to bourbon tonight, and I punch him in the ribs. This is like
And-
a
And Lito
hour-long
comes in
flashback.
with more bottles of wine and bourbon. He's like, "Drink up, my friends, drink up!" Yes, yes, yes. And he's his scarf is down, his shirt is like half opened, and everything else. He's like,
always half open.
the next button's down.
It's more
Next
open
button.
now.
one more button.
5 buttons.
That much
instead of
He's like-
closer to
You
his
can
navel.
feel like the top of his six pack.
Drink up, my friends. The place is yours. Just try not to destroy it too much. And tomorrow, Aviro, you go to the library tomorrow afternoon after you wake up. No problem. You've got a day or two. By the way, the wizard you were asking about, that Ravenmore Wizard Tower thing, I've got a lead for you. So I'll give it to you in the morning. But yeah. And you hear a ding, 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 like a bell coming from a
Brynn.
room up top. And he's like, "Oh, don't mind me. I'll be busy." And he kind of runs off to his room.
Oh my god. He comes
the-
to a bell.
Is he a servant? I thought this was his house. Why is he
Um,
answering the bell?
Aviro,
What?
we have a lot to talk about. And again, the first of them is bourbon. And I like grab one of the bottles and like unclark it with my teeth. And I like pour him a little bit in like a little mug. Oh, I don't know, like a wooden mug, charred on the inside.
It smells like a hot toddy minus the lemon.
Yes, it's a lukewarm toddy. It'll make you warm on the inside.
I see. It's so sweet.
Yes.
So while Gwyn and Brynn are talking, Blastoc's gonna saddle up and sit next to Aviro. And he's got his mug out in front of him, and Aviro's obviously sipping on his bourbon and stuff. And Glastock's gonna look him straight in the eye and go, "So, Pepper," and then just raise one eyebrow.
And Vera flushes real hard and immediately looks away and will not meet your gaze and stutters. I mean, what about her? As he's
Aviro,
looking anywhere but at Glastoc.
Look, all been there. Well, Brynn's probably been there, but I don't think Carrie heard what I said.
I did. No, I said, wow. Bryn's having a conversation. She's technically not even there to defend herself. But also, yes, it's true.
It's natural. It's just be you. Pepper likes you because you like Pepper because she's Pepper. Don't try to do it.
Can you define weird?
Don't overtly try to impress her. Don't
Aviro conjures a pen and his
starts
notes.
taking notes.
That's
writing this down.
adorable. That is
Don't-
adorable.
Overly impressed. What's the right amount to impress?
Just be you.
Just
Don't
you.
don't try to go out of your way. Say, "Oh, I like this," or "Oh, I know about that." You
But
truly do. Wait. Fine. But don't say stuff just because you think he's good. That's what she wants to hear.
doesn't that sound like me? Sure sounds like me to me. If you're
Well-
saying be yourself,
Well, yes. But trust me, in certain situations and blood gets going,
we're
really
gonna
truly-
bleed?
No. Feel your blood pumping
Some orcs do that. Some cultures.
Yeah. It's tribal.
No, it's just always be you. Don't try to
am-
be anything else.
I can't be anything else. I don't know any polymorph magic, and I don't know any. All I can be is myself, Glastoc.
Well, you say that, but when you get around Pepper,
What do I? What? Tell me.
you just always remember to be yourself.
Always remember to be yourself, which seems rather obvious as I don't know how to be
It
anyone other than.
it seems obvious, but when you're not thinking straight, it won't be.
Glastoc, I always think straight. It's sort of what I do.
I'm kind of half tuned into this conversation at this point, and I'm like, always. He never acts anything different.
Well, I appreciate your advice. Do you have any more advice? This is good stuff. I'd like to write all this down. There doesn't seem to be a book that I've been able to find that gives you any of this, except for some guy named Chad, and I don't know that I trust advice from
No,
a book.
No,
don't ever take advice from a Chad. You know, yeah.
that's amazing. That's
Or a
our
tip.
next T-shirt.
Don't take advice from a Tib either.
All
Or
right.
Them's fighting words, Glastoc.
I don't know any
So
Tibbs anyway.
Also, once again, correct.
Well, your fight seemed very terrifying. Ours did too. I almost died.
Oh, you were fine. You just were naked.
You were fine.
I got eaten by a house.
And I was very surprised that you emerged relatively unscathed.
Well, I did sort of get hurt pretty badly.
I know.
It wasn't pleasant.
But you lived. We all lived. We're here.
We all lived. We all lived. And Aviro raises his glass.
We all lived.
Hey!
Huzzah.
Except the Lich.
To life, L'chaim. I'm seeing how many Fiddler references I can get in tonight.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
Those were two very action-packed episodes in which a lot happened.
Yes, indeed.
So is the eve? If the
Yeah, I
evening
imagine I get
continues-
more drunk and then go to bed.
Oh yeah, it is good. So
I think after a couple of hours of this, as more booze gets poured down everybody, I think at one point, Aviro and Gwyn are playing a game in which Aviro conjures a dart and is trying to hit Gwyn with the dart, and she's avoiding.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Gwyn would
Because
absolutely be
because-
down for that.
Gwyn is such a badass. Even in her drunken state, she can go like, "All right, I'm ready," and like knock them away as they're coming.
mhm.
So cool.
Aviro, as you're
Yes.
about to throw your dart, you get a message.
Kind of message.
Hello, Aviro. Good work tonight. Or good work today. You and the Groot Natural Ones did. I'm proud of you. Thank you for your assistance. In
Is this a-
Rocky's
is it-
voice.
Oh, it's a brain.
It's a
message,
brain
not
message.
Okay.
Yes,
Come on,
send.
throw the dart. I'm ready.
Rocky just said all that.
I'm sorry. Rocky was just speaking. My
Grab the
apologies.
sword. Where?
No, telepathically, magically telepathically. He says he's thank you and he's proud of us all. Or
That means you
something.
did something wrong.
You're going to do something wrong. Thunk.
Ah!
Oh Jesus, it's right in her fucking forehead.
Ah.
Oh god. Oh.
Well played. My turn.
Your turn.
Jesus. Does Aviro go eep?
What does Aviro do? Aviro will
Probably build a wall and hide behind it. Very
Shield.
like him.
Shield spell.
Yeah, shield. Shield. Reacting shield.
Ooh.
It's a giant. By the way, Ryan, you probably don't know. You've never seen his shield. When it comes up, it's a giant tome, a giant book. Shows up in front of him and deflects whatever attack is coming in.
Classic.
That's
Aviro.
Very Aviro, yes. The lad who was upset he didn't get to go to the library.
Mm-hmm. Does Aviro respond to Rocky after a minute or two?
No.
A few minutes later, about 5 minutes later, you get another message.
And has been very explicit.
Please thank Glastoc, Timon, Goblin, and Dalico. No, Dalico is over there. Goblin for their excellent work with the Lich. Glastoc has gotten very strong. Impressive.
Glastoc has gotten
Glastoc.
very lucky.
You hear a very high pitched whine come out of Aviro. Glastoc.
You've got that look on your face again.
Rocky's talking to me.
What?
He's saying thank you and that he's proud of his soul and that you in particular have gotten quite powerful and that he's happy that
How
we
does
could
he
all
know?
I would you like me to ask him?
I mean,
You just told me not to talk to him, but he's talking to me and he's done it for about 5 minutes now and I don't know what
Right.
to do.
Brynn has
I
been
mean,
very explicit. Do not talk to mind strangers.
I mean, he's not a stranger though. We know him actually quite
I
well.
mean,
I'm
I mean,
asleep.
we
I'm
had
serious.
the two barbarians with us, but I don't think they were necessarily paying attention to what I was doing. They were busy fighting other creatures.
I mean, I don't know. What should I do?
Just say thank you. Let's leave it at that.
And his eyes roll back in his head. Oh, I don't know message. I can't reply, can I?
Yeah, you
It's
can
an
reply.
automatic thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
yeah.
If you get one, you can.
Okay. It comes back. He just says thank you.
You're welcome. It was seeing everyone work together firsthand was impressive. The Lich never knew what hit him.
He's impressed with all of our work.
On to that.
You could tell him that we are going to track him down and destroy him.
Should I say that?
Yeah, let's piss
Gwyn's
off
like,
the,
yeah,
let's
fucking
piss off
tell him.
the black dragon. No, don't say it like that. Say it. I want to say nicer. How do you say that? We're gonna kill you nicer.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, that's good. I like that.
So Aviro's eyes roll back in his head and since Taraki, we look forward to seeing you again.
It was good seeing you today. Thank you.
He says it was good seeing us today, thank you. Perhaps he's got a scrying mirror or something.
That's probably it, because he wasn't here.
Two of your eyes snap open like in
Well,
a
well, he-
detective
Give-
movie.
I would like everyone to roll me a actually, I need a perception check from everyone. Yeah, everyone give me a perception check.
I am
Last-
sleeping.
Okay, Glastoc, you get a +4 on your roll.
36.
29.
I rolled an 18.
Yep. Glastoc, at that moment, you realize that one of the lizard folk had a burnt mark on the left part of his shoulder blade.
Oh, great. I'm just gonna be quiet about that.
Aviro, you notice that the black dragon, scaled lizard folk that brought in the box and dropped him off, when he turned around, you recall a black burn or a burn mark on his right upper shoulder.
Hey,
Where,
that black dragonborn that dropped off that box that
not
one
the
day
black.
had a
No, the
burn-
lizard folk. The lizard folk.
Hey, that black dragon lizard folk that dropped off that box last evening was had a burn mark exactly in the same spot Rocky had. Now that I think about it, and we do know he's able to polymorph himself, as there's a human version of him that talks to himself.
I'm gonna go get Brynn, and stumbles out of the room to go find Brynn.
She is out like a light.
Bam, 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 bam.
Brynn does that thing when you startle and you like kick your legs and the freaking sheets go everywhere, and she's like sitting on the bed. She's like, "What? Are we under attack?"
No, come downstairs.
And Brynn is like not naked, but in her small clothes, and she just like wraps a sheet around her
small
shoulders.
clothes.
Yeah. And she just like wraps like a sheet around her shoulders and comes downstairs and be like, this had better be important.
Let's
Her
use these
small
Rocky.
What? What? Aviro,
Rocky's talking to me, and I asked
You
what I
didn't-
should. What I asked what
didn't-
I should do, and Glastoc said I should say thank you, and so I responded, and then he said it was nice to
Glastoc!
see it.
I told him very explicitly not to talk to Rocky in his brain.
Oh.
He was asking a lot of questions and not, well, no, let me rephrase that. He wasn't asking questions. He was obviously either watching us or he knew everything that happened between our groups. So
How did he know?
Well, it's
That's
entirely
what
possible he was
trying to say.
polymorphed and was actually present,
Oh.
but maybe not. I mean, since we don't know the answer at this moment, we may as well assume that neither are true, and yet also both are true.
Can I make a perception check now to
Yes,
see
you
if I
can.
notice it's a 32.
Yep, there was a black burn mark on that one lizard folk barbarian. Black scaled, but the one that flew kind of jumped very well across and powerful breath weapon.
Well,
Busted
yeah,
was
I'm the
right
only one
there.
who would know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh.
Sorry, I was a little busy dealing with the undead lich. So
Yeah, you know. I don't know how to take
I'm
that.
sorry,
I mean,
I was a bit busy being eaten by a house.
But did you die?
clearly he didn't. I think
No.
he's being a little dramatic. But he could have killed you and he didn't. Why?
Well, we were under truce. You were
Suppose, but
safe.
still. Dang, what else did he have to say?
He's very proud of us all, and he's very thankful for our assistance today, and he looks forward to seeing us again, and that also Glastoc's gotten very powerful.
I do have one question, and I want to know if this was intentional. Jay, you rattled off a lot of names that Rocky was saying I'm so impressed with. Everybody. Da, 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 da. You did not say Brynn. Is that on purpose?
No, that was not on
Okay.
purpose.
Okay. I just wanted to see if Rocky was being an intentional bitch or if you gotcha. Okay, perfect. Super.
wow.
So anyway, but I'm like, oh,
Well, it was mainly the lich group that he was saying that to.
oh,
That he was impressed.
oh.
It was like because it was the main that he saw, but then it was that he was also based off the information he got from the Dragonborn. He was also impressed with Aviro's and
Sure.
and your
The rest.
yes
And the rest of
And the
Gilligan's
rest.
Island. Got
yes.
it. So I would just be like kind of shake my head and be like, well, there's nothing we can do about it tonight. Let's reconvene in the morning for brunch.
Wait,
And then we'll
is
figure it out.
it possible he's out in the swamp right now?
Of course, it's possible.
It's possible he's
So
anywhere.
we
right
could
now.
go out in the swamp and find him.
Well,
don't think
that's
we should
also
do-
possible, but it seems not very likely.
Hmm.
I give Gwyn a look and she still has the dart in her forehead, and I'm like, I don't think we should go anywhere right now. And Brynn just kind
Why?
of like goes towards the stairs, still all bundled up in like her comforter, and you just see like the back of her, see like a hand shoot out and grab a bottle of bourbon before she goes up the stairs, and then she like hustles up and she's like, I'm
Ah.
going back to bed. Let's reconvene for brunch.
As she goes up the stairs, Aviro mage hand and yanks her sheet.
Ooh. And
Ooh.
Brynn is in like
Wow.
what is essentially like a sports bra. It's like you just hear you fucker, and like you hear boom, 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 boom. You hear her steps go very much more quickly up the stairs.
No offense. I don't think Brynn would be embarrassed at that because we've probably seen her in less.
No, that's probably fair. No, I take it back. I take it back. She stands there with her bottle of bourbon, and she stands at the top of the stairs in her underwear, and then she just takes the cork out with her teeth, and she was like, eat your heart out, and she takes a big swig and then goes upstairs.
And
And
she would
Aviro was
probably
just-
flip him off as she was walking away.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Oh yeah.
Aviro was giggling very, very hard and not paying attention to her at all.
Wow. Aviro's bold.
It's
when
just
he's
like
drunk.
a friggin' sibling, man. It's like a sibling. It's Perfect.
So I would say the evening goes like quiet. You get up, you're going to get a good night's sleep. You will hear a lot of noise coming from Lito's room. There are multiple voices, male and female, coming from his room. Um, and
Aviro
then
goes in the middle of the night. Aviro goes and knocks on the door and asks them to be
Jesus,
quiet.
no.
a mage hand opens the door, and you just see several
A mage hand?
individuals opens up,
Uh,
and you hear Lyra's like, "Yes, can I help you, Vera? Would you
Could
come to
some of it-
join?"
no, some of us try. Some of us would like to sleep, please. Could you just keep it down? It doesn't matter how long you enjoy yourselves, but please just lower the volume, please. Thank you. And he closes the
Mayor,
door.
as you hear, Mayor Sarah, hit the silent button on that device.
Lito is friends with all the most powerful people. This is the best.
Yes,
This
he
the
is.
best.
Yes, he is.
God damn it! What a stud.
And suddenly the noise quiets because it appears that there might be a device that he has close by that is he hits and a silent spell hits the room.
Wonderful.
Magic.
Excellent. That's exactly what Avira wants.
So the evening goes, the rest of the evening goes without a hitch. All is good. And you get a good night's sleep. You wake up in the morning and breakfast is there. There's a wait staff with just some beautiful um uh food. There's eggs, there's fruit, there's a whole bunch of stuff there that is very good and very tasty.
Brynn helps herself to a croissant and a little fresh fruit and coffee.
Croissant.
And she is just sitting, and she's not hungover. She got buzzed but was not like shit hammered. And so she's just waiting for everybody else to come down. Enjoying the view. I imagine this apartment has a bit of a view.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Standing at the window,
Lovely
like
view of the
Anakin.
water.
Yeah, there's a
A lot of views of sunrise, sunset.
oh, very
Three.
much so. Very much.
I'm playing my own Fiddler on the Roof game.
Ah. Well, we get a bingo card going of Fiddler on the Roof.
We should.
Yeah. We should get a bingo card for I don't want to steal someone else's thunder.
Yes.
But yeah, so everything kind of wakes up. Aviro, I need a fortitude saving throw on how well you wake up this morning
What
with
time
or
did
with
we
it.
go to bed?
AM. You get
AM, all right.
You're gonna get 8 hours of sleep, but
Okay. Well, it's a 19.
total,
Yes.
you've got a little bit of a hangover. Not a bad one.
What
but a
time
little
is it
bit.
currently?
I would say probably about 9 a.m. 10
Avira
a.m.
was not awake.
Oh, he's not?
No.
What time you waking up?
I mean, if we go by anything that we have done previously in this game, until someone comes and flips him out of his mattress.
Okay. Well, you wanted perfect.
He doesn't wake up. He's a
As the others come downstairs, Brynn is like, "Oh, never mind. I'll get him." And I just like without even like asking because this is very much routine. Brynn does not knock this time. Brynn just walks into the room. We're past that, I feel like.
he is arms and legs sprawled everywhere. He is all limbs.
And Brynn says, "Aviro, get up. We're under attack."
No reaction.
And Brynn goes over to his bed and freaking and like launches him as usual.
Ah!
You know that depth of
Yes.
sleep is dangerous, Aviro. The house could burn down around you and you wouldn't even know.
What? What?
Never mind. Brunch
What'd
is
you
on.
say?
Brunch is on. Come on down.
Can I get dressed first?
Sure. You're more than welcome to get dressed first, even though we've already seen you. Everyone has seen you. Even Peppa. And Brynn like turns the corner.
Do you hear just mumbles, groans, waking, groggy noises?
Groggy noises.
He doesn't. He can't even come up with a retort to the pepper thing. He's just
Yep,
trying to
no.
wake up.
Yeah, he's totally out of it.
Not quite ready to start the day.
Not quite ready, especially because he was drinking more heavily than he's certainly used to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Very
Oh, yeah.
much so. Very much so. So I would
It-
say Brynn or Gwen and Glastoc, when do you head down for breakfast?
Oh, the normal time, like 6:30, 7.
Okay. So
Thank
you're down there a few hours.
Gwyn never made it up to her room. She passed out on a
She's asleep on
sofa.
the couch. Yeah,
That's
She's
accurate.
just furniture right now.
Yep.
Glassdock will bring like a hot cup of coffee and put it on like a little table in front of Gwen and just kind of walk
Aw.
away.
Awesome. That's awesome. Brynn actually decides to be a little nicer to Aviro today because he was so hurt by her helping him yesterday. And so she would fix him a plate with no meat on it. Because of course,
Aw.
tradition.
Because she knows.
It's tradition. That's
Because
4.
she knows. When she comes
Yes.
upstairs, he is still on the floor where she flipped him, where he just fell asleep sitting on the floor.
Aviro,
He might be
if I have to-
halfway up. He's got one sock on.
Aviro, if I have to drag you downstairs by your ankles, I will.
He's asleep. No reaction.
I put the food down and I start dragging him downstairs by the ankles. And I imagine he's still kind of groggy and asleepish until we get to the stairs when he's going thump, 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 down everyone. Are you up?
Shield.
Wake up.
I'm here.
Yes. On your feet. Once you're on your feet, the worst is over.
So he shakily stands up. He's holding onto the banister.
Hero, do you have a
Well-
headache?
No.
You feeling a little queasy queeze?
No.
Well, then stay on your feet and wake up. It's time to get the day. Attack it.
Do we have to attack it?
We
What
have to
about
attack the day.
why must we attack the day? Why not let the day be just fine as it is? Why must we provoke it? That seems to be the downfall of most people.
Take the bull by the horns, Aviro. It's time. And Brynn just like slaps him on the butt and then goes back down and keeps eating her brunch.
All of these phrases that just do not inspire confidence.
Very strange.
Aviro comes wandering down 20 minutes after that.
Oh my god.
But he's put together. He's clean, but he's definitely groggy. But he's got his plate and his cup that you brought up.
Yes.
Glastoc
And-
and or Gwen, you're sitting around, you've been eating for a while, relaxing. Leto eventually comes down in a silk women's robe.
Of course, I was gonna ask. I was like, he's gonna come in with a silk robe, but the question is it a guy's robe or a woman's robe?
It's a women's robe.
It's
It's
one of those
short.
ones that's like,
Yeah.
just above his knees.
Yep.
It's like
Like the fur collar.
Nope, no
on it.
fur collar. No fur
Nice.
collar, but very elegantly silk with colors and bright flowers
It's
and everything
like-
else.
It's like Blanche from Golden Girls.
Yes,
Exactly.
very much so. He is wearing underwear, so we're good. He's good with
Small
that.
miracles.
As
Yeah.
far as we know.
He comes down, he sits down, and is good job, everyone. Excellent. I'm so proud of you.
Job, everyone.
With the fighting, the lich, you took out the lich.
Okay, whatever. It's like we would have talked about all that last night. It's like when he's saying good
He
job,
was
everyone,
very
it's
busy
like,
last night, though. He had his guests to attend to.
Well, I was yes, I was feeling the deal, as they say.
Good
Wow.
job to you.
Who says that?
Wow, Jay.
I've never heard that.
Well, I've got some business propositions in the city, and we were just standard formalities of business contracts.
Is how you sign contracts in Schmosh Smash?
Not all the time, just special ones, so to speak.
Do any
Uh,
of his
Dotting the I's and
companions
crossing the
stumble out?
T's. And then
Do any of his
Glastoc elbows
companions
Aviro.
stumble out?
Uh, no, they would have. They don't stumble. They're fully dressed and they entouraged out. You don't get to see much of that.
The
Sort of-
more powerful people exit this apartment, though, I'm kind of like, and I look over at Glastoc, and I'm like, I knew Lito was powerful, but like the who's who coming out of the upstairs area is like, oh my god,
And
The
he's like,
circle of influence.
and he's coming in. And it's like, again, thank you very much. Your actions helped out so much. I was able to. Well, to be truth be told, I kind of put some. You increased the gold in my pocket and my reputation in the city because we were able to work together and get this thing done. So I appreciate it. And at
You're
that
very welcome.
moment, all of you sense something. But before we jump into that, we're going to cut scene away. As
All of a sudden, we hear a loud ding, and you know,
as the natural
we feel a little
ones,
more powerful.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
so the camera moves to the temple and the grand library, a section of a section that is closed, that's kind of private. You see rows of books that feel like walls, then a small desk with two chairs that are seen sitting around this desk, and then next to it there's a larger table, nice ornate wooden table. And for the second, you see one, and you see as if someone was sitting there for a second and gets up and kind of moves, a small figure, and the camera moves over the desk as there are several books littering. One happens to be open, about the tale or story of legend. This page talks about the heroes of Saltmarsh and their many quests, particularly the one that is opened to the passage that says, the heroes of Saltmarsh were unique. Porthos the cleric was one such individual of this group of heroes. He brought much renown to the Church of the Purple Sheep. If not for him, the cult would have died long ago. What set Porthos apart was his great sacrifice that saved many. Not to outshine by Zeke the cursed sacrifice, equally great. As the camera pans over the books and moves over to a fairy with beautiful wings looking at several of the bookshelves. Pepper taking one down, and then without warning, a bolt of electricity strikes her in the back, hurting her and frying her considerably. You look at the shadow. She looks over and looks at the shadow, spitting blood from her lips, and then smiling and saying, it took you long enough. It was only a matter of time before you went after me. The camera pans back a little bit. You all are sitting at the table sensing Pepper is getting hurt. She is getting shock therapy, electrical needles of striking repeatedly, and the pain meter goes from 0 to 100, like a pulse. But you also feel Pepper is not giving into the pain. She's fighting it, and she is getting hurt.
Brynn stands
On
up
her
suddenly.
deathbed.
Brynn stands up suddenly. We need to go.
Vero
go
stands
right
up.
now.
We need to go. We now and out the door.
And you are
Yeah, I
running
follow
out
him.
the door. You're
Sprinting.
running out the door, sprinting towards the library. A few minutes later, you're getting past. There's guards there. And you know, Aviro, you know where this particular location is. And it's been minutes. And it's as if life kind of consciousness goes and then goes out and then comes back and more pain. And you can tell hit points are just going down. And as you get to the library, and this is several minutes, you're rushing past. I would like to know, you grabbed your weapons quickly, I'm
I
assuming.
have my sword out
You have your
always.
sword. You don't have your armor on, do you?
Ah,
No,
No.
I
probably
always
not.
have my armor
You have-
ready.
but
I have a spell that I use.
I want
that-
to point out that Brynn, you don't have your armor on. Glastoc, or I mean, Aviro, are you robed? You're in your
Of course.
clothes.
His clothes are his armor.
That's
like,
true. And then Gwyn, you grabbed your sword and you're just running out.
She went out the window when
I like the idea
she's
that it would have probably been more convenient to go out the door, but Gwyn is going out the window because it's like you see like Aviro go and then Brynn go and then Glastoc go and then just out the window.
And this feeling that like Pepper's about to die and come just fighting to come back.
My
It's
God.
and as you rush into the library, pushing past people, and there's attendants like, I'm sorry, you can't, you just run past them. You're running into the library. The book fairies are there. They're all kind of clamoring back, and they're going, this way, this way, this way. As you run in, you turn the corner to this area. You arrive to see Pepper lying on the ground, hurt, barely alive, with a black winged pepper apple blossom standing above her with murder in her
Oh.
eyes. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Doppelganger Pepper? Is
They-
this salt?
One moment while we
Sorry.
bring in a guest player, because I
Are
can't
you
kill Pepper without the flare.
serious? Oh
One
my
moment.
God.
We're right back. Hey everyone, we are back. I told you it was just going to be a quick. And guess what? We have our guest is here. Pepper Longbottom.
Amazing.
Apple Blossom is here.
Apple
Because-
bottom jeans.
Jeans.
So we pick up literally as a black winged Pepper is standing over Pepper, just dousing her, bringing her back, and you recognize the Pepper with the wings is the same Pepper that was sitting at Thistletop next to Vorin the Abyss when you went to go save her from capture.
Oh.
She was sitting there and then
is
turned
the one-
illusion into an imp. And then he allowed you to go into the prison to get, because Glastoc impressed him to release and
Intimidated. I didn't impress him. I intimidated him.
intimidated him. Well, no, he was
Very-
impressed that you intimidated
Very
him.
important distinction.
And you went and saved Pepper and Wren from the prison. But the imp was there was illusionary Pepper with black wings and and then he turned her into an imp.
The one with no wings, the ones that had
Yeah,
ripped
yeah,
no.
off.
wings ripped off.
So it first started off was that Pepper was with a chain, like a
Princess Leia
collar.
style.
Yep.
Mhm,
And then
mhm,
she had
mhm.
black wings because he had tainted her somehow and did some. And then he was like, "Oh, joke! This is," and he turned
Mhm.
her into an imp. But then
Mhm.
Illusionary turned her into a cage and ripped her wings off, which was actually an illusion as well.
That's what it was. Okay.
And then he allowed you to go down, save Pepper and Ren, and leave.
Allowed us. Yeah, we had to fight our way out.
Yeah. And now we pick up
Barely escaped.
as this Pepper looks back at you. All the what does Pepper laying on the ground do? Or actually, Aviro, who do you want to play?
I can do both, but let me know how you want to approach this.
I'm gonna open the door for you since give me both.
Okay. All right. So let me paint a picture for you. And also, hi, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Hello!
Yes, happy to be here.
Hello.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Also, extra thank you. Get a rep. Hey, Nat
Oh,
one.
yeah, let's go.
Yay. I'm part of the party. Let's go. Speaking of party, as we get back into the library together, you see Pepper. Pepper with her beautiful wings down. Her body is scratched everywhere. Her wings battered, little crinkled here and there as well. You also see blood seeping through all of the scratches around her body. Her breathing is rapid, but also just kind of trying really hard to keep up that breath. It's seeming like her lungs are just shot, as if she's ran like a 10K and was told to run up a hill for 30 miles, and she's trying. It's fucking. The other Pepper that you see stand, she looks down, but what you all have not seen before is this look of what this Pepper is. She is battered. Her face is a little gaunt. Her hair is and just matted. She looks haggard, and you've never seen Pepper, who kind of keeps up a lot with her physique, looking like even a little bit of atrophy, and you know she has arm day. But
Yes,
this
our-
Pepper, what is the biggest difference with her natural the murderous intent eyes?
What does
She
she smell like with murderous intent?
I was gonna ask that actually as well.
well, you're getting ahead of me, and I
Oh,
love
sorry.
it. So as she looks down at this other, you see her wings is darker. You see that she's haggard, and as she kind of just stands there, she glances at you. See that murder. You sense and really her scent. It smells sour, not rotten milk. No, it's the best way I can describe the feel is kind of like eating a mega warhead, where sour, but you can last it. But do you want? And it's also like diving into a little bit of, but it's kind of like the band kind of, it's like diabetes. So it's kind of a little overwhelming. So it's kind of odd, right? Because you all are very tied and understand Pepper, and you've met Pepper, tied with Pepper, and like, oh my goodness, love Pepper. But at this point, you're starting to wonder with both of these Peppers, you don't even know how to approach this. So this darker Pepper, a lot of her senses, it is very just, and you've never sent it, or even you, Aviro, who has known Pepper for quite some time and spent a lot of time with her. This is a whole new sense, a whole new expression that you've never seen her as one of, and you see the look sharp. She breathes. She seethes. She looks down at the. She says, 3 weeks, days. Two days. 6 I'm make sure you tell everyone the truth. You see, stare down at Pepper, up and starts to smile as, oh, your friends don't even know the difference. Not even that one. She points her head, and Pepper
Oh,
smiles so smiling like me because man, but the darker version. You see and the scent that you then feeling of iron, smell of iron. I don't like the smell of blood, but not that extent. Like a little blood, a little bit of mala, and ice. You see this haggard, her face, her veins is starting to pop out. And this is not something at all, but this is the moment where she's starting. You, her grasp her fist and bring out shock because she has the really really awesome grasp. She is ready to. In that moment, uh, the the pepper on the ground just continues to smile as whatever you want to me doesn't change the fact that he has to me first. At that moment, the
oh.
darker pepper like loses it. Who
Fucking
he
kidding me.
moves down and does another shocking grasp. Do I have to roll
No,
anything?
no.
Kill
Where-
it, kill it, kill it with
Is that
fire.
is that a death blow or is that a close blow?
Just unconscious.
Okay.
We want to keep the party
Yeah.
going.
While this is happening, what is the rest of the group doing as you're watching this?
Brynn was like up on her toes, ready in the next millisecond to destroy Darth Pepper. And
Darth
upon them
Pepper.
hearing them have this conversation, she stops, but she's still like knees bent up on her toes, just kind of like the thing in a like I'm not the real one, he's the real one, like that kind of like standoff. And Brynn is poised but frozen.
What is Glastoc thinking or doing at this moment too? Is he seeing this?
Well, actually, Glastoc's going to be the last one to get there because he moves way slower.
I'm coming. I like that after this whole monologue happens, he's like, wait, what did I miss?
So I'm probably not the best person to
Okay.
ask at this point. Jay.
Gwen, we'll come back. We'll come back as Gwen. You're hearing this, by the way. You're coming around a Glastoc. You're coming around the corner, so you're going to be able to hear something else. What is Gwen doing at this moment?
So
I'm going
Gwyn,
to be like 2 or 3 rounds behind everybody.
Okay.
else.
It's a good 2 rounds so far, but yeah.
Okay.
So
18 seconds.
Gwen would have been raging the entire way here to get here faster.
Yes.
And then is just kind of caught off guard by seeing two peppers, and one pepper is attacking the other pepper and drops the rage, isn't really sure what to do, but is just standing there with the great sword, ready to strike. And I think when Pepper goes in for what looks like the killing blow, she might try to intervene,
Okay. We'll come.
unless somebody stops her.
We'll come to that. What is Aviro doing as he's seeing this?
Aviro's brain is broken.
Okay.
And his heart.
So I would like to say, if players, if there's anything you want to jump in and do while peppers are doing something, just blurt it out and we'll go to something. Otherwise, we're gonna let you're just watching the scene as it unfolds. All right, how's that sound?
Good.
Mhm.
Perfect.
April, how's the pepper?
Peppers. We'll say
pepper
dark
pu-
pepper.
Yeah, the
Pepper party.
Nega
pepper
pepper.
punching.
Yes.
OG pepper and Nega pepper.
So, as anything else as this is going on,
Yeah. Nega pepper is going to keep doing the shocking grasp at
Nega pepper.
I love all the names for this monstrosity.
Nega pepper is going
Yes.
to go and
Scott
continue the
Pilgrim
shocking
reference here.
grasp. Yeah.
I would, because the pepper on the ground is so hurt, she's not able to do a lot of spells. She might try to wrangle off a little bit, but then she's too weak. Like I said, she's down to like barely any hit point. If like one, maybe two, maybe, and then she seems to be healing and then gets, like I said,
think Brynn doesn't do anything other than she would yell, "Stop!" and just try to like snap her out of it, kind of.
Gwen's going to take that as an order and plunges the sword into the table and is going to
Jesus.
try to grapple both of them to kind of like pull them apart.
Pull them apart.
what does Mega Pepper do
Nega
as,
pepper.
as this is
Mega-
happening? Mega
I
Teen
say
Pepper.
shadow pepper.
Shadow Pepper.
Yes,
What's
Shadow
Shadow
Pepper.
Pepper doing, right?
Shadow
as-
Peppy.
Shadow Peps.
Shadow Peps is going to heal OG Pep
Okay.
and then
Oh, ick.
shocking grasp again.
So as you heal and you're about to get shot, I need Gwen to give me a athletics grapple. So one moved up, 2 attacks. Who are you grabbing first? Dark
I
Goth
think
Pepper or
yeah, Goth Pepper. I think Dark Pepper is closer, so
Vero
probably
might like goth pepper.
okay. So
Mhm.
that's gonna be your first athletics attack to grapple.
Okay,
So-
so athletics. Here we go. That's a total of 34.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my god, so athletic.
So
totally
you
got me.
grab-
master level proficiency.
So you
Nice.
grab Darkwing Pepper, and then you
Darkwing pepper.
Darkwing Pepper, and then your next grab at -5 for the other pepper.
Okay, -5.
Do it.
Ooh, that's actually a lot worse.
Hero point. Hero point.
Do it. Do it. Yes.
Hero point.
You want
I
my hero
mean,
point?
I'll burn a hero point. Sure. Do I have
Yeah.
a hero point, Jay?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Everyone gets a hero. Everyone has like 2 hero points after that fight.
Slightly better at a total of 24.
He's
What
just
is
a tiny little
a
Beats
piece.
it, beats it.
It does beat it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have the 2 peppers now in your
Yes.
hands.
Like
Gruff.
holding them like this.
Holding
Just,
like
and it's
that.
going like cats. I would walk up to Hot Topic Pepper and I would be like, "Who are you?"
Spencer's pepper looks and says,
Hot topic pepper. Oh my god.
And Brynn is very like she'll fucking kill Dark Pepper if she doesn't say the right thing here.
so you have both. I'm just trying to think because juggling both. Hot Topic Pepper and OG Pepper. So how are you holding them?
I think she would have just kind of scooped them up and is just kind of like hugging them to herself, but
Oh,
over each shoulder,
You're
which
gonna get
is
shanked.
yeah.
They're
She
fairies. They're
realized that
only
far too late.
Wait,
they're
hold on, like
they're
this?
only like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
So
Like on the neck, or like the mid body,
Like no, up towards the neck. Actually,
but
it
like
was the
arms are
poorly
smushed
thought out
in.
plan. Because you're like then right next to her, behind
Yeah.
my head.
Oh God, it says as Averill checks her spells. Nothing.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh my God, I love it.
You eat. Okay. Do I choose, Jay, whichever pep I want to use first?
yeah, if you want.
Okay. I want OG Pepper to look at Rin and
Gwen? You mean Gwen?
Gwen.
Yes.
Sorry,
Brynn
Gwen.
or Gwyn?
Or-
Gwen.
Oh,
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah. Yes. Gwen and pass message.
Ooh.
She's casting a
just-
spell.
But it's message. And through her mind, she'll say, "You know me. I've been traveling before. Just gotta get."
I don't know that Gwyn would understand that it's a message and just is going to start responding out loud.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that's right.
I don't understand. There's two of you. Somebody take one of them, please. Glastoc.
No.
Glastoc's just now showing up.
Yep.
Gwyn, just hang on to him. And Brynn would get closer to Evil Pepper and be like, "Who are you? If you don't tell me in the next 5 seconds, I'm gonna have my friend Blondie here break your neck."
Is that intimidation or
I would say,
Ooh.
is that a threat? Yes.
Is it threat? Is
Very
that a
much.
threat?
Excuse me?
Do
Yes.
I? Is this a threat?
I'll make an intimidation check. Yeah, fuck
Make
it.
What's
I
your
will
roll?
use my hero. No, you don't need to know that. You need to know that I am going to use my hero point.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, that's better. My intimidation's a 25.
Okay.
So for intimidation, it goes willpower plus 10. So what's your willpower saving throw?
17.
So 27.
You beat me.
Yeah. So yeah, you're not
Wow.
intimidated.
But it was
by
close.
It was very, very close. But
It was close.
yeah, this isn't. Yeah, you're just not intimidated by it. It's just
Oh,
kind of like
yes.
your fury. The Blackwing Pepper is just furied of rage, and nothing's gonna like stop her from what she wants to do. And the elf is saying words, and you're just what is I'm trying to come up with more fun names, but we're gonna go back with Blackwing Pepper.
Emo
Blackwing
Pepper.
Pepper, yeah.
Evil Pepper. What is she gonna say?
Emo.
Emo Pepper. Yes. What is Emo
Yes.
Pepper gonna say?
Emo Pepper is a good one. Emo Pepper is not afraid whatsoever. Gonna look Brynn and say, "You've given me advice about your son. If you still don't know the difference, I've traveled with and helped the wrong people."
I think one of I think one of like Bryn's like knee gives out. She like stumbles backwards. And she has this look of kind of instant recognition on her face. And she's just like, Gwyn, hang on to them. Hang on to them. Don't let either one of them go. Glastoc.
Can I still take
Yep.
my other
Yes.
action as
Yes, you
Spencer's
can.
Pep?
Yep.
So Goth Pep is going to cast command on Gwyn. Drop.
Saving throw, if I recall, against your spell DC. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Will?
I'm 99% sure. I just want to double check.
Yeah.
That
Command
makes
is a
sense. It'd be a lot better for me if it was fortitude.
no, it is a will. It is a will save. Yes,
Okay.
it is a will save, and it is
I'm
against.
sure it would be.
And it's Pepper's spell DC. So,
Oh.
So
and you
that's
are
a
not
natural
raging.
20
Ooh.
for a total of 31.
Oh my god! How dare you!
I know, I'm just the worst.
A
God.
friendship.
Can I use my deity to like
Boost it.
Yes. So,
I use
with
my deity for
that,
help.
what is Pepper doing as she tries to cast a spell, and clearly, like, Gwen is like, I'm doing this, I'm setting this. What does the goth pepper, the evil pepper, the pepper,
Corpse paint pepper.
Dark pepper.
of course, right, pepper. What does she do to call to her deity in this moment?
Pepper.
And what does it look like?
Shadow Pepper
Shadow pepper.
closes her eyes when she realizes that the spell did not work, and just mutters to herself, closing her eyes and saying, "Ask for much. I didn't ask for you out of there.
Are you there, God? It's me, Pepper.
But now
I'm
help me." And that's what she says. And at that
Okay.
moment, a glow comes out of her, and this glow is quite familiar to you all as you spell. So this glow comes out. It's kind of like an opalescent, like like very much tealish, purplish coming out of her, and her eyes become a hue of sail color.
And by spending a hero point, Aviro, Gwen, I need you to re-roll your will save.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Go get him, dude. Loser.
Not a natural 20, but it is a total of 28.
What?
She has
No!
iron will. Iron will.
Yeah.
I will also say if I resist this, Gwyn is going to
Can I
also
oh.
start to radiate a little bit as her tattoos that are threaded throughout her body start to glow and her
fucking God.
eyes
How
light up as
cool.
well.
Can I aid
Well, my
Mega
god's
Pepper?
stronger than your god.
Oh!
Can I
I'm just playing.
Can I please aid too much eyeliner Pepper, please? And like by saying
I was the vehicle was
Gwyn.
moving.
Gwyn. I would say Gwyn, that one. And I point at Dark Pepper. Be like,
Are you
let her go.
sure?
Yes, I am. Let her go.
Gwyn's gonna let her go. Just set her down.
Drop her. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh.
As emo Pepper's getting sent down, it's like she's gonna say and then immediately as she's set down, she's going to agonizing despair the current Pepper that's being held.
What is going on?
And as that spell affects her, the body of Pepper OG that Gwen is hiding shakes and goes limp. Dead. What do you do?
It's kind of
Everyone feels the connection that Calico put together to Pepper. That link, you now feel Pepper is dead.
So that's been her this whole fucking time. Oh my. Mm. Mm. Mm.
OG Pepper
Oh.
has a smile on her face.
Oh, wait. Whoa.
As she's dead?
OG?
Oh, didn't
Which
OG Pepper
one?
just die?
We have to be
Yeah.
specific.
OG Pepper died. Yes, OG Pepper dies.
Yeah.
In her
But she's
last,
smiling.
as she's
Yeah.
dying too, as she gets a monologue before she dies. If you want.
She's just gonna keep laughing and smiling.
She
and
keeps
just say she's gonna like keep laughing, smiling as she's like coughing through everything and just kind of mention how like there's no because
and then goes limp. Dead.
Shadow Pepper.
What the
going-
hell happened? That's his Glastoc this morning.
I burst in the room. It's like, okay, everybody, I'm here. We get ready to
Glastoc, you
fight
saw
now.
like a majority of this last part.
Okay.
So, yeah.
dead Pepper in my arms.
Yeah.
And the feeling of death that Pepper died.
I have my
kind
foot
of
out.
smells rotten. I just want to say that right now. Like OG Pepper limp is like it smells like rotten. Like
Have my sword out, and I would say, explain yourself, or I will kill you too. Now.
I think your mic cut out.
Yeah.
It did. I said now. Sorry. My mic cut out. Sorry.
What does Pepper do? Oh, Pepper, your mic's.
Yeah, your mic's
Me?
not working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. There you go. Okay.
me? Okay, cool,
There.
cool. Great, thank you all. Yeah, so Shadow Pepper is I mean, for one, it looks before when you saw her or first encountered her, it looks like it looked like she was holding the sky on her shoulder. And after the OG Pepper has left ether, it now looks like that sky is holding her. Just a weight and feeling of just a weight being lifted. She just looks down, just tears up, starts crying. And she hears what you said, Brynn, looks in your direction and says, I take the wrong version of I held out. I watched. And she changes her gaze without moving from and gives Aviro cards. You're one of the smartest. Knows She stretches a little bit and looks weeks, 3 days. $2 weeks. Track down this one. Thank you. And hours. Oh. Back. More threats. That Brynn. Surprised. Looks at Aviro. And looks at Gwyn. Surprised you didn't know the difference either. Considering how Ren and I are.
At about that moment is when all of you, except so Glastoc, Gwen, Brynn, and Aviro, the connection to Ren is severed. The link is
So she didn't
severed.
necessarily die, but
She
it's
did not
severed?
die. It is severed.
Oh. Think
Because she also felt OG Pepper's death. She would have felt that too, as everyone else did.
Whoa.
think Brynn. Oh god, and she like maybe assumed we killed her. Brynn would like sit / kind of fall back into a chair at being so like thoroughly, and there's nothing Brynn wants to help Pepper up or hug Pepper or say she's sorry, but there's nothing to make up for that. And I think Brynn just kind of sits and like has her elbows on her knees and like just her head in her this just frozen, stuck.
Have a interesting welcome party, huh?
So sorry.
Marvelous. She looks over. Back.
Brynn would stand up, go to Pepper. Are you still kind of like not like laying down, but like
I'm just like,
crumpled?
I mean, at this point, we can
Pepper
say
hovering?
it's normal Pepper. No, no.
So she's standing.
She's standing. She's standing, like, just teetering. Been rough.
And Brynn would kind of stand up, obviously has long since sheathed her sword, and she would have her hands on her hips, like, and Rocky did all this. He orchestrated it. Or what? What happened?
Well, I've just been in captivity for so long until I was able to. They didn't treat me bad. I wasn't tortured. And then you kind of see, like, her going back into her a little bit normal, like, contemplation, but not, obviously not 100. Just kind of like when she goes back into mission mode. That's when, um, but she mentions that, like, wasn't treated, only given enough sustain, thoughts. Wasn't injured at all. But also Pepper looks, thank you for, I tried. I tried. I was silenced the whole time. Trying to reach out. Both.
None of this is your fault. You don't need to make excuses.
Hey, hey, Jay.
Yes.
So physically, Pepper, she's not down hit points or anything, right?
The
she's
not-
shadow.
Yeah.
She's
The
down
other
a
one
little
is
hit
very
points.
down.
She's
Okay.
down a little
No,
hit points,
yeah,
but
no,
not.
okay.
But the appearance is
Yeah.
just
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's
It ain't
just
cute.
emaciated.
Maybe it can be. I don't know.
and,
I would say probably she's maybe down 10% because I mean,
Okay.
OG
All right.
Pepper did throw a fight at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there was a little bit of, but yeah.
Okay. Glastoc's gonna drop his axe and shield. And he's gonna walk up to Pepper and put his arms around her and hug her. And I'm gonna activate my healer's gloves because it allows me not only to stitch up wounds, it allows me to treat other ailments. Okay.
Mhm.
Exhaustion and malnutrition sound like ailments.
Yes,
Right.
it does.
I
Conditions.
was like, ooh.
Okay.
Conditions.
great.
Yep.
So I need to make a.
Don't even
No,
bother rolling.
I'm
It
just gonna
happens.
tell
Oh,
you
okay.
right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like,
it's
Boy.
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's kind of like, it's gonna be kind of like Glastoc. You stare. It's not a.
No, he's like,
Hold on.
yeah, he walks up, and you can see this, plaintive look in his eyes and stuff. And he basically just picks up Pepper and holds her close and then activates the gloves so that she heals better.
And if Pepper does allow it, you do. Your
Yeah.
wounds are healed, and that emaciate color comes back to her face and her and actually, Glastoc,
So?
I need you to roll me basically a spell casting level. So the best way to do it is do an attack roll, even though you're not doing an attack. Actually, uh arcane, you're not arcane, you're not divine. What
I am divine.
do you have religion?
Yes.
Is it high or low?
I get plus 14. So
Okay.
That's high.
Give me a d20 plus your religion as a divine, as you potentially can remove something else from Pepper from this.
28.
Okay. Pepper, your wings start to come back. The blackness starts to fade a little bit. Not completely, but it interferes so there's just a little bit of black where the wings come out from your body. But
Okay.
for the most part, all of it resides back in.
Okay, kind of like a gradient. Like, well, my wings are already a gradient, but like more of a gradient, but goes into black more.
Like your roots are showing.
Your roots are showing. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, that's
I need
the
a
best way to
diet
describe it.
Well, okay, I love it. Great example. So at that moment, Glastoc, you also feel Pepper's hands hug you back, but this time very tight. kind of feel like her, but not hard and not trying to.
No.
But
Well, he's got his armor on, so he wouldn't necessarily.
you
You
feel
hear
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shocking grasp.
Oh,
Yeah.
shocking grasp.
Heat metal.
and
Do it again.
Pepper-
Shocking grass.
Pepper gets 14 hit points back. So
Ooh.
So I would say you
Hey, I'll
pretty
take
much
it.
healed up. Gwen, as you're standing watching this, still with the body in the hand, like what do you do with the?
As Gwen is watching this happen, she's going to toss the body over a shoulder, grab the sword out of the table, probably breaking the table in the process, and head for the exit, stopping by Aviro. She's going to lean in and say, "You do not want to lose her forever. You will go over there and apologize now." And then head for the exit.
Okay, what?
If
Since Gwen,
just one last thing, if he doesn't start moving right away, she's going to intimidate and glare him.
Hero is a notorious second guesser. I'll bet you're gonna have to use that intimidating glare.
Oh no.
Aviro, do you
Dress
go
over
right
there.
away, or are you going to need to be intimidated?
So Aviro has not moved
Yes.
since he saw there are two peppers, in which case he immediately stopped, and everything that has transpired, he has not moved. He hasn't moved an arm, a leg. He has not shifted his weight. He has stopped dead. There are tears streaming down his face. And his face is very difficult to read. You can see an undertone of anguish, but you can also see the wheels are turning. And the logical brain is processing all that has happened. And so there is currently a war going on between seeing the pepper that he confessed himself to die, learn that that is not the pepper he thought that was, and now there's this different pepper who is angry at him for something he didn't know he was doing. So there's a internal war happening, and he is completely frozen as he works out what goes on. He did not hear what Gwyn said.
He's just hearing like his
Yeah.
heartbeat in his ears.
Yeah, there are, and doesn't really even register that Gwyn is there. So go ahead and make that roll.
Jeff, I'm going to give you. So normally it's a will save, your will save plus 10, but I'm giving you plus 4 on this because you are in such.
But he's not. He's hardly aware that there's even somebody
But that's. It's
Yeah.
going to be a little bit harder for Gwen. So
Yeah.
It's a 21. And I will say, intimidating glare does
Oh yeah,
it does not have to have the auditory trait.
that's true.
So it doesn't matter if he can hear me. I am
Yes.
just giving him the eye.
So what is Aviro's will save?
34.
Oh,
38.
Oh my god.
No, you don't roll. It's your
I don't roll.
No, you don't roll.
Oh, it's just my modifier.
It's your
Mhm.
wisdom saving throw plus 10.
So it's not a will save.
No, you're not making a will save.
I'm not making a will save.
No, it's the Gwen
Just-
rolls her intimidation
It's just my wisdom plus
Against your
against
my
your
wisdom,
wisdom.
mod plus 10.
Yes.
That would
No,
only be
your
12.
wisdom saving throw.
Your will.
Your
Will.
will saving throw. Sorry, your
So
will
it is a
saving
will.
throw. But
Yeah,
you
okay.
don't roll.
you
a
don't
D20.
actually roll it.
Okay, so my will save plus, what'd you say, 4?
10.
Would be 9. Oh, would be 10, would be 30, 25.
25. So yeah,
Just missed it.
25 to 29. Yeah. So you suddenly you get a glare from Gwen to do something, but you're still processing.
New information. When is
Can I-
glaring at you?
buffering.
Buffering.
Can I-
Buffering.
So
processing.
seeing that Pepper is like hugging Glastoc, Brynn is kind of starting to feel like things are maybe gonna be okay. And then she notices Aviro and he's frozen and crying, and Brynn would go over there and stand in front of him and be like, Aviro.
And he's glassy. He's not seeing you.
And gently, Brynn would put her hand on your shoulder and like squeeze and kind of like shake you and bro.
And his eyes kind of come back into focus on you. And he's looking you in the eye.
Going to be okay. Things fine now. You really go tell that girl you love her.
Is she still hugging Glastoc?
Yeah, at this point she's hugging Glastoc, but also like crying. You can you see it. You also see her smelling Glastoc, getting a whiff. I guess
It's her way. It's
I
her
know
way.
it's her way, but
It's
also like curious if Glastoc is wearing the cologne that she made for him.
not now. He's not.
Then
We just
she
rolled
un-
out of bed.
she-
Because
then
we
she
just got
knows
out of
that
bed
now.
and he's wearing his armor and stuff. So, but he does have it with him. So,
Pepper feels for it. No, I'm playing. No, I'm playing. No, just holding with him, crying a little
Once they kind of separate a little ways, while they are embraced close, he's not going to approach. But once they separate a little bit, he finds himself moving forward. He does not really consciously know that he's doing it, but he finds himself.
Before he goes, Brynn would squeeze his shoulder one last time and just say, "Be yourself." Totally unbeknownst to her, the conversation he had with Glastoc. And then I think Brynn too would probably walk, or Gwyn had gone. Just kind of.
Gwyn is trying to explain the dead body in her arms to the librarians.
We didn't technically kill her.
So,
Also, she was like a bitch.
so that
The death was valid.
so the question is, what is, because the guards are going to be coming and the militia, and they're gonna, what is Gwen's, what is Gwen, we're gonna kind of separate off a little bit. What does Gwen want to do with this body eventually, or what is her purpose?
I mean, she's going to bring it back to Lito's place for whenever we get back together and talk about what we're going to do about this.
Okay.
If necessary to avoid the guards, she will pop her wings and fly there above them. So,
Oh,
Nice.
because
I'm gonna
I don't
make,
recognize their authority.
damn right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta roll a d20 on that one.
There's just an angel
Oh.
streaking across the sky. No big whoop.
Okay,
It's a bird. It's a plane.
I will say this.
No, it's
There
Gwen.
is definitely some issues that are happening. But by the time you get to Leto figures what's going on. Leto will smooth things over because there almost was a warrant for Gwen's arrest for a dead body. But based off of my 19 roll, Leto's going to smooth everything over.
dead body. Just
That's very generous to
know.
the guards that would have tried to arrest Gwyn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which
no.
why that he's, I will say this. By the time you get back and everyone else gets back, the OG Pepper that died will turn into a small, gray, large-eyed humanoid, which will be definitely a doppelganger.
Oh, shit.
So it will be confirmed that the OG Pepper was in fact a doppelganger.
Oh,
Later, but it's not gonna be right. It's like several hours later, like most that night, it will be confirmed that it is a doppelganger. But let's go back to the library.
So
Why? What's going on at the library?
I know, right? Yikes. Ugh. No, so ew, and no shit. So Pepper will kind of, as she's getting ready to release herself from Glastoc, she looks at him and says, and then and
You-
then
go ahead.
and then she kind of like separates herself and says, I'm not hurt by that, but I can teach you a regiment that before. And then she looks at the group and says, you know, while I was in, Warren did talk.
Born of the Abyss. The
I thought that was
intimidated
good.
dude that was head honcho at Thistletop. That broke. Let me phrase it. Cut Glastoc's shield.
Oh no, he shattered it.
Yeah.
Kaboom.
There was
Thought
no
it's such a
broke. He
gentle word.
shattered it.
Yeah.
As Pepper and Glastoc, break their embrace, and she says this stuff. He kind of laughs and he goes, "Well, I did just wake up," and she may or may not realize that he has a spell that automatically puts his armor on.
He knows.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, it's not like it was the normal routine. But as they kind of step back, how close is Aviro to Glastoc?
He's probably approaching
Okay, so
within
like
5 feet.
okay, so what Glastoc does is he like steps and like turns. He's basically just going to grab Aviro and push him in
Oh
front
my
of
god.
Pepper.
Yeah.
And as he's doing this, he says, "Kiss her," and then walks away.
Pepper hears this.
No, he kind of like whispers it.
La 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 la
Yeah.
la la. Don't be shy.
Oh god. Look like the boy too shy. Don't want to miss the girl.
And then
Wow,
as he walks over to pick up his axe and shield, obviously Brynn is right there, and he gives Brynn that look, and all of a sudden the mug is out, and he's like, let's walk out and leave the two of them alone.
Yes, I'm totally on board with this plan, and I just take the mug and
Yeah.
drink probably half of it and hand it back to you.
Pepper's like, don't you want to hear about what I've heard while in captivity?
Yes,
We
later.
have time, and
Uh,
leave the two of them alone for a second.
So as Glastoc kind of shoves Aviro forward, Aviro falls on his knees in front of Pepper, and he just sits back. And
So now he's eye to eye to her.
so now,
Yeah.
kind of,
Not her level.
not quite.
not all-
He's still
no,
looking down.
taller. Yeah,
He's still
quite
taller.
tall.
And he sits and he flops down, and there are tears streaming down his face, and his eyes are red, and you've never seen him look like this before in all the time you've known him. You've probably never heard him go this long without talking. He flops down and he looks you directly in the eye, and you can see the conflict. You can see the hurt. You can see the shock. You can see the anguish. You can also see the wheels turning as he is processing logically the raw data. Raw data. What's going on here? And he looks at you and he says, I am so sorry. I had no idea. And I believed she was you. And I can only ask your eternal forgiveness. And if that is not possible, I will understand. I am crushed at the loss of you, and yet you are not lost. I can only ask to be able to prove myself and my sincerity. I want nothing more than your friendship, but I also completely understand your suffering.
You see Pepper look at you. Not much of a look, more of like analyzes process. And tears start. You notice that starts to you see you understand without even her as she's processing emotion and confusion, everything that's going on, that she's trying. That's all. She's she looks at you, up at you, and says,
Oh,
"I'll
a bit.
try." Sorry,
What's that, Jay?
excuse me, Jay.
They said you're a little low, so I just had to adjust. So
Oh, all good, all good. But Pepper looks up at you. I'll try and try. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Um, and it's hard. I'm not saying that won't get through this. All we can do is try. I'm just saying it's. And you see her kind of smile a little bit, but not wholeheartedly. Just again, keyword trying. Uh, says, I guess we have to come up with some sort of process name, so it won't happen ever again. But Hero, I'm as we are close and as honest as I am, this is difficult.
I understand. May I ask a question?
Yeah?
May I communicate with you? Or would you like a specific amount of, or a non-specific amount of time to be left alone with your thoughts? Either is acceptable. I would just like to know what you prefer.
Well, I think maybe process at this moment that would be healthy at my how I feel in this point in time. But maybe just a letter of correspondence, just so I can go to it when I have headspace and just take my moment to just process, and then I can provide a correspondence. But uh, I think that's the path forward, and this is hard. Um,
Yes, I
it's not,
agree.
and I understand. I'm not blaming anyone, but it's also hard because I don't understand. Emotion does not have logic, and
Clearly.
it's hard.
Isn't that the worst?
I know it is the worst. It's awful.
I
Gosh.
I'm totally picturing Brynn and Glastoc
Oh.
like behind one of the bookcases, and we've pulled the books out so that we can like see
You
what's
see,
going
like,
on.
boink,
Yep.
like through the.
It's like a row of books, but then two books is like
Yeah,
gone, and
two
your eyes
eyes.
are just
Yeah.
like with
Yeah.
one book.
There's one at Brynn's height and one at Glastoc's height.
Yeah, right. and you hear. Can you hear them?
Kiss
And
her.
Oh, and I kick Glastock. I'm like, she's not ready. I can tell by her body language.
um, Pepper continues. Aviro. It's going to take some time. And you see her again. A trying smile. And she says, I glad that you had a practice round. Be open and honest. That's not about feeling. Not come naturally to people like us who are very much logic first. But I am disappointed. And her face goes back to like normal, but stern. But I am disappointed that the practice round was not. But it's fine. It's just I'm glad that you tried.
Really?
I mean, I'm not, but I don't know what else to say. But I understand in that perspective that it is a huge milestone, and I applaud you for it as a friend. But also, quite selfishly speaking, it upset because
May I,
yeah,
may I say
yeah,
something? May I say something?
yeah.
I'm also rather miffed that it wasn't the right pepper as well.
She looks at Aviro and says, and then she looks away from him, like irritated, and then looks up at the ceiling. Ah, why was she so convincing? And just kind of exasperated, very much just upset.
Well, she behaved really exactly like you. She had that exact same exasperated sigh that you just did, and the way that she holds her
Don't
cup
talk
as she.
about her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't talk about your ex. Are you
Yeah, exactly. Like, so she says that out loud in the library.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. You asked, so I was.
That's fine. It's just you wouldn't want me to talk about any of my previous
What
encounters.
previous? I mean,
What?
I kick Glastoc and I'm like, we have to get out into the
Yeah.
hole in case one of them storms out. We can't
Yeah,
stay
let's
here
go,
like we've
let's
been
go.
listening.
Yeah,
So
come
I'm like,
It's like all of them at the same time. They have the exact same. Let's get out of here.
let's go. Abort.
I don't care if
that.
you've had previous relationships.
Well,
People
I've
have
had to.
relationships. I
Of
don't
course.
mind.
Yes, my practice rounds are there too.
I don't care.
Great.
People have.
Fine.
All right. It seems like you care, and I'm
I-
getting a weird signal, and I'm
don't
sorry. It's difficult.
care.
Okay.
But I do. But I don't.
Oh, all right.
No, emotion's hard for me right now.
Would you like to know the most recent spell that I'm working on? It's called timed illumination, and really it's sort of like a light spell that you can put on a timer for when you're not at home, and that way your lamps can glow while you're gone, and it looks like your people are there at
That's
your.
very convenient, especially with security. Like,
I thought so. Yes.
yes. That would be great for this library.
Wouldn't it? Because then they could just leave it on a timer, and they wouldn't have to have someone paying attention to that. Well, it's, what I'm basing it on half a Mott's illumination and
Everyone's illumination contempt. That theory, yes. But I'm also So you see her kind of like trying to like reel back her excitement because she's.
I mean, it's a minor
Yeah.
variation. It's actually quite elementary and
obviously fundamental. It's just that
it's sort of a new application that no one's really ever thought of prior to this. So I was thinking.
I think that's great. And I think you should maybe we should work on this together, and maybe this is something that we can implement in the other temples and libraries as well, but also in a colleague fashion as I process my feelings.
Of course. Why? I think that's a wonderful idea. I'll send you all of my notes as soon as possible.
Great. It sounds like we're aligned then.
Excellent. I'm very actually quite relieved to hear that. And if I might say, it is. He sticks his hand out. Really excellent.
I knew it.
that you are here, and I really want you to know how relieved I am.
Okay. And then you see Pepper flutter her wing and then her elevate, and then stick her hand out and shakes your hand, and then says, "You can rise, Aviro."
Oh, yes, sorry.
As you rise, she's also matching your height.
Oh, I like your hair as he walks away.
No,
Oh my
no.
god.
Pepper holds him and pulls him back and says, "Haven't, no, can't like this."
Prestidigitation.
Okay, now you can like it.
Perfect. L'Oreal. my God.
Pepper does not let go of your hand. She puts her other hand on top of yours. Says, "It's going to take some time, but hopefully, maybe your practice round practice."
I look forward to our continued amicable correspondence.
I also look forward to our continued amicable. And then Pepper looks away, looks off from Avira and says, "Glastoc, Brynn, I see you.
What?
No, we
Where?
left. No,
Where?
We are in the hallway.
Are
Were they-
you? Are you?"
Yeah, we ran away as soon as
It
the
started
whole
to get
meltdown started
heated.
to happen.
We're
Yeah,
like, nope,
Okay.
gotta
Then
be in the hallway.
then Pepper will look at Aviro and say, "Need to tell Island.
Yes.
We're in the abyss. Talked about how Gwyn has left the secured restaurant and that they couldn't touch her there. Since ancient dragon protects the restaurant on another.
Didn't know that?
They but Vaughn kept talking to himself. Anyway, they are figuring out plans to attack her in the coming month. And they commented that the restaurant is the only safe place for their shards.
I have one question.
Yes,
Why are they attacking the dragon?
I don't.
Are we? Did Glastoc and I come back into the room? Are we hearing this too?
You want to come back now, do you?
Well, yeah, I want to hear the important stuff. But
I mean,
but are
probably
we?
not,
It
but
doesn't
yeah,
matter. No, we're still sitting out in the hallway drinking. It's fine.
yeah.
The-
Glastoc's gonna act like he's reading a book.
I want to clarify something. The dragon protects the restaurant on another plane.
Right, they're planning on attacking Gwyn, but Aviro thinks they're planning on attacking the dragon.
Okay, clarify.
Bill
That's-
Pepper
that's-
says that.
Why would they attack the dragon? That's very strange. Do they want the restaurant for something? I don't understand.
Oh, I track down that part of my friend. But and then Pepper continues to hold your hand. And of her spell. She summons a mistletoe in your hand. She
In my
says,
free hand?
in your free hand. And she says, "Not now or time soon, but in my culture, I will what
All right. Am I supposed to do something with it in the meantime? Or is the fact that it is here the symbol?
the fact that it's there is fine. But if you want, you can
All
But
right.
just know there is a cultural explanation that I will fulfill this promise at one point. I feel ready.
Right. With the mistletoe.
Yes,
With
with
this
that,
spiky, with this spiky, sharp leaf.
yes, with a spiky, sharp leaf that signifies something very.
I'm really quite worried.
Not going to hurt you.
Are you
So-
sure? It's spiky.
Sure, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right, if you say so. You've never steered me wrong before, so I.
Never, never. But what I will say is, if you press it and dehydrate it, it's a great bookmark.
Oh, I suppose the cellular structure and the fibrousness of these leaves is quite sturdy. I can absolutely see that. Yes, thank you.
Exactly.
I think I will do that.
Of course. And I think, that
He
moving
clocks it all the
forward, or clocks that. I think that moving forward, if something were to happen, maybe our code word can be
Mistletoe.
just in case someone decides to impersonate me on a very successful test here.
Mistletoe. Does that go both ways? If someone's impersonating me as well, we use mistletoe, or do I have a different word? Is my word Rosenthal?
Would you like it to be that way? We can figure out the process.
All right, we don't have to decide today. Although maybe we should, because otherwise, what if it happens in 20 minutes after we stop seeing each other? We should really come up with the word today. So yours is mistletoe, and mine will be Earl Grey tea.
Oh, Earl Grey tea. Is that too common? A lot of people say that quite frequently.
Oh, that's true. What if they're in a tavern or something and they order
You need to have a
drink and they-
capital letter, a number, and a special character.
Be 8 characters long.
But only one syllable.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to decide today. We can put a pin on it.
Well, we'll
But,
just both use mistletoe. Let's just both use
yeah,
mistletoe.
just-
That's probably just easier.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
just
mistletoe.
go ahead. Yes, yes, I think so.
Pepper continues to hold your hand. Says, it'll take some time, but
You're welcome. As I told she who will not be named in my practice round, that your friendship is the most important thing to me, regardless of anything else, and I mean that, and I want to make sure you hear that too. Is it hot in here?
no, it's just me. So I think
Wow.
um no,
That's what she said.
exactly.
So I'm thrilled and relieved beyond measure that you still want to be my friend.
Yes, it's just confusing, and the
You're
feeling.
telling me, sister.
Don't call me sister. The
Yes,
feeling of
ma'am.
don't call me ma'am.
Don't, aye, Captain.
Just Pepper is fine.
Yes, Pepper.
Pepper will suffice.
Your last name's not Will Suffice.
No, it's not. It's Apple Blossom.
Yeah, why'd I call you Pepper Will Suffice?
Because the command will suffice.
I'm unfamiliar. Is that a linguistic?
No, it's one of those. Yeah, I mean, the Apple Blossom crown is a difficult thing to talk about.
What
but-
crown? What crown?
What?
God.
What do you mean?
There's an apple blossom crown? What is this?
Oh. Oh, did I not tell you?
And Aviro is looking hard into your eye.
Oh, well, that's why I'm trying to get back home.
I could you please explain exactly what it is you're referring to? Are you a royalty of some?
Did I not tell you that? Yeah.
And
I am the
he
princess of the apple blossom crown in the fairy kingdom. Did I not tell you this? This is why I'm trying to go back home so much in Schmaltmarsh.
And you, like, as he's moving his arm around you, you're still holding it, you know. What? I'm sorry, you're a princess? Or are you a queen?
No,
What?
not yet.
Are you in line? Are you anywhere in line for the throne? Within
Yes.
10.
Yes.
What number in line for the throne are you?
The next one. It's just it's fine. But I'm trying to get back home to see what the status is of my family. This has not changed. It's been a journey.
Really complicates things a bit
Does
more.
it? Why?
It's not a I'm sorry, I realized.
I thought you knew.
Go okay.
Can
Together, okay,
Glastoc and
together.
Brynn hear any of this? If their voices are
I
getting
think
raised?
Brynn is like leaning and looking in and be like, well, she's a princess, and like takes another like big sip and hands it to Glastoc again as she like finishes a mug.
I mean, I'm imagining you're like outside the room, but you're just hovering by the door.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and just kind of, and you're with your perception checks and the echoes, you're definitely picking this up. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
um,
thought you knew.
No!
Didn't
You
have that on my
never
bingo
mentioned
card.
this.
Oh, well.
It's not that it's not a bad thing. Just so you know, it's just a new magnitude that was previously unforeseen.
Yeah, so this is why more feelings need to be processed.
Uh-huh. What are you doing with me? You've got some prince somewhere you need to be with.
You? What? I choose whoever I want to be with. How dare you? Are
Oh,
you
no.
telling me you want to excuse yourself and
No,
make
no.
room for some random prince I have no clue of knowing
No,
to run a kingdom with me of the Apple Blossom clan?
Jay, can I make a history check?
Oh my god.
yes.
Oh, is history
yes,
a
you
thing?
can.
Make
History's
sure
not a thing.
make
I
sure
don't
she's
know.
not lying.
History's not a thing. Dang.
No, it's lore.
Okay. Oh yeah.
No, you would have
Never
to
mind.
yeah,
Does
you'd have
wouldn't
to
he
have lore.
know about
Can I make a
this?
lore academia check?
I will say yes, but you're gonna get minuses because it's
Okay.
Feywild. So
Okay, 20,
Yeah.
26.
no, you
Okay.
no, you've heard. I'll add this. You know that there are several fairy archfey families in the Feywilds and stuff like that. I will say that Apple Blossom is very possible. It is very, very possible that yes, that you may have come back about in a line that there was a apple blossom, but it was spelled differently than you recall.
I'm very sorry. Well, my elder sister Mari told me that in the Feywild it was all entirely patriarchal, and therefore marriages were arranged amongst the Fey. I'm
I
sorry
mean,
that
they're not wrong. It's just I didn't want that.
that's wonderful.
Okay.
It's an independent woman who can make her own decisions.
I
Yeah.
do.
Do I
I
hear
think
that?
Yeah.
Do I hear that from down the hall?
Yeah, he's like
Do I hear that neck
Girl
roll
power.
too?
oh yeah, no, we're definitely just talking loudly and pretty blatantly listening to you right now.
And
I-
go ahead.
No.
I want you to have your own thoughts and feelings and wants and desires and do what you want. You shouldn't have
Well,
to necessarily do what somebody
good.
else wants for you.
Yeah. Well, the crown thinks otherwise, but that's beside the point. The point is, I have a lot of feelings to sort out.
Clearly, you should. Yeah,
Clearly, obviously.
clearly, obviously, I do not envy you the amount of personal work you're going to have to do to sort through this. This is a tremendous load
Well,
on.
I don't envy you with the amount of work you have to go through either. And then, like, Pepper just storms out to the hallway where Glastoc and Brynn
Yep.
are.
We like hustle to like sit down in a chair. Glastoc's got a book. It's probably
like-
upside down.
It's upside down. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just like, oh, hey,
Hey. Oh, you guys make up?
are you guys finished in there?
No!
I don't know what
Okay.
I said.
And you see,
For real this
so
time,
as
Brynn.
Aviro is like looking out the door, you see Brynn like go poke her head back in and be like, "What did you say?"
See, I
Doesn't
can
say
see
that, but-
Is Vero still on his knees? No, he got up.
No, he got
he
up.
stood up.
Yeah,
a long time
okay.
ago.
I was gonna say it'd be funny if he was like on his knees and like trying to shuffle forward to catch up to Pepper as she was storming
But you see
out.
Pepper like floating again.
Yes. Okay.
Why does this keep happening? I don't know what I said.
Oh, Aviro, I think sometimes less is more, especially when it comes to you talking.
I disagree, but all right. I'll try and take that under advisement. But sometimes it just works better. I process by verbalizing all of my thoughts, and I thought you would know this about me by now. I mean, really, it's best
As
this
he's
way if I-
babbling on, I have just gently taken him by like a part of his robe and then just kind of like slowly walk and I'm like
Leading
leading him out
Yeah.
of the yes.
Yeah.
So, as you lead him and you're leading back, the rest of the day you go back to Lido's. There's more. The Pepper.
Where does Pepper go?
Yeah. Pepper, are you coming with the group back to Lido's? There is a room there for you if you need it.
But I'll go directly to the room.
Her stuff is all there.
Yes, actually
and,
it
and
is.
clean up. Like I have been on the road. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
it ain't
Takes a nice
right
hot
now.
bath.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
bubble bath, everything
Oh,
else.
I want the full treatment, Jay.
Oh,
I
you get-
want,
Lido goes for the full treatment for you. And he
I want
brings
the
in
salts.
servants. Yep.
oh,
The bath bomb, the full
I want the bomb. I
Yep.
want the dead cell body scrub, the
Yep.
hard Korean like style.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I
The
want
full
all of
spa
it.
treatment.
There's a
Yeah.
masseuse there waiting for you in the just
And
with
the-
oil. Yeah, you're
Yeah, I want all of it.
Yep.
And I want it to be lemon verbena.
Yep.
Like I
Oh.
want
Oh, yeah.
all of it. And then I want some booze to come into the bath.
Oh
too.
god, yeah. Oh, Lido's
To
got it
soothe
all
my
taken care of.
mental. Thank you so much. This is the best ever.
And Lido's just like, he's like, oh my god. When he realizes everything that's going on, he's like, he's gets dressed, and he is like in full on merchant info like mode. He is
Old
contact-
Dragon Daddy.
Oh, full Dragon Daddy. He is talking to people.
Mhm.
People are coming in back with message. There's messages going around. People are coming in and just setting it up, and it's a full on. And as the evening goes, is we're gonna pick up next week with, and the last part Lido shares with you is that when you decide the information that does get passed on is that the information that he had for you is that the mage that has a tower in Ravenmore, which was where one of the shards is, happens to be in the city right now and has it when you are ready made him do an introduction for you when you are ready.
Ooh, okay.
So-
Okay.
So when that section of that kind of opens up, when you're ready to do that, that is opened here. But as the camera pans, as everyone settles in for the evening, we're going to do the quick post-credit scene. As time goes back, as you see the peppers, Gwen grabbing the peppers and hiding just off the side of the room,
Shut your whore mouth.
Brynn is looking and watching all of this. And when Pepper dies, the OG Pepper dies, she leaves and walks out to another room location and transforms into something else. Another guard, as patron sitting there reading a book. See later on as Gwen walks out with the dead Pepper on her shoulders. She's just observing, not trying to pay attention. And eventually leaves the library and disappears in the crowd. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
There's a lot of eyes on us. There's a lot of eyes on us all the time. I do
Dang.
not like it. Oh my
Thank you,
god.
everyone, for this. This was
Oh,
such an awesome and
Oh,
emotional and
heart-wrenching.
just yes. Thank you, Aviro, for joining us and
Yes.
Yes, dude,
For-
what a surprise.
for this storyline that we've had in place.
Months. Yeah,
For
we've talked about it
months.
for months. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
So this
my
has been
And
finally
in
a
real
story
life
arc.
too.
Yeah.
We talked about this in real life when we encountered each other.
So thank you, everyone, so much. We're gonna do a quick roundabout. Who you are, where can we find you? Jeff, we'll start with you. Anything?
I am gobsmacked. Holy cow, there was so much greatness in this. Thank you so much to Averill for knocking it out of the park completely. That was incredible.
Not without
I
you. Thank you.
team effort, go team venture. I will plug our affiliates, Smuggler's Coffee and Talon and Claw.
Thank you,
Check
Jeff.
them out.
Jeff, thank you you did awesome and the emotional range of everything, having to put you through this torture of fun.
You're the
Oh,
worst,
well,
Jay.
I know. Thank you. Ryan, how are you doing?
Oh, fantastic. This was fun.
This was something else.
Very cool. We're Averill. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful and talented player and guest and plotting this with me. Thank you so much.
It's been so fun. You know, Jay, I have a special place in my heart for you. But hey, how's it going, y'all? I'm April. Thank you for having me here. If you want to follow me on Insta, I'm Fun Size April all together. If you like cocktails, if you like video games, if you just like my vibes, it's all there. But surprise, I do have something to plug. That's
Please.
okay, Jay.
Oh God, yes.
Officially, Omega Horizon on Kickstarter, the sci-fi experience is there. Gonna plug my buddy Dan, who is
Yes.
in Paleo Gaming. Yes, I know. I saw your credits here. I've also played a character in Omega Horizon as well. I was part of their Kickstarter campaign. Played Celica Riggs, who you see here, who is very much a human
Ooh.
engineer. Yeah, so very excited. So if you are curious about Omega Horizon, feel free to check it out for Paleo Gaming. So there you go. Wow, this book is huge.
That is a big book.
I know.
Yeah.
Perfect for
Yeah,
pressing
awesome.
mistletoe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Yes. Bookmarks coming out. No. But Omega Horizon, great stuff. If you like sci-fi, like yours truly, huge fan. Check out Omega Horizon. Here you go. For those who backed on Kickstarter, you should have yours by now. But if you are curious about the type of game, feel free to check it out on YouTube with me there playing Celica Riggs, your human engineer. It's gonna be super fun. You'll definitely hear a lot of my voice being magnetic docking clamps engaged. Let's go. And also, yes. So if you like sci-fi at all, please feel free to check out Omega Horizon. Dan and Paleo Gaming is awesome. Highly recommend. Great guy. And also, Jay, I saw your name here, so I decided it's okay
Yes.
to plug.
Oh God, yes. And even so I was part of the Kickstarter as well. I've played in with Dan as well. I have not gotten my book yet, so I'm excited that
He's
it's coming.
trying.
I know. Oh, I know. He has got a lot, but I had so much fun playtesting and being part of that project as well. So yes, kudos to Dan. Wonderful, wonderful present. It's in chat, so if you're interested, the website for his stuff is in chat. So go check them out, please. So awesome.
Thank you so much. Also, it's been a pleasure again playing with all of you lovely people. Oh my goodness. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. And also, Jay, thank you for giving me a moment to just freestyle and do my thing. Really
Always.
appreciate it.
Always. Thank you so much. Jim. How's grumpy grandpa?
Oh, I'm fine. No, this was fantastic. Seeing Jeff and Averill go back and forth, that was great. But I'm Jim, and I'm here every other Wednesday. So yeah.
Thank you, Jim, for being here. We appreciate you. Hey, last but never least, how are
This
you
was a
doing?
this was a delight. Oh my god, like this was just so fun. I again, it's one of those times when like I find myself like watching, and then I'm asked to like participate, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm a part of this. Like I was like, I just thought I was watching an amazing drama. I'm Carrie. You can watch me other nights on Monday nights. I'm on Mini Terrain Domain. We play Pathfinder 2e as well. Also in Sandpoint, and it's a great time. I play with this old so and so. So that's a lot of fun. On Thursday nights, same channel, Mini Terrain Domain. We play Kids on Bikes. Obviously, select Wednesdays. I am here and just having a blast. This was really awesome, April. Thank you for surprising us. This was awesome.
Thank you all for having me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone. I am JL, known as Neofet3 on most of the socials. Instagram social is just Neofet. But anyways, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of the story, and all these wonderful guests that we've had and on the channel. I am very, very privileged to have everyone here. I am blessed to have being able to tell the story, and I am so glad that we're able to. Thank you so much for joining us. Check us out on the vlogs. I will be at my convention scene is going to be picking up later on at GameHoleCon later on this year, maybe something else. But for the most part, we are doing some stuff in the channel. So hopefully we're getting some stuff organized that maybe another show or two is going to be popping up sometime this summer and late fall. We're going to be looking at some stuff. Also, again, Mondays at Mini Terrain Domain, I am actually a player, not the forever GM. So it's my first campaign of playing in decades. So it's all fun.
Not true. You played Scryer Vision.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. Very true. I forgot about Scryer. Yes, Scryer Vision. So that was 4 years ago. So okay, less
Oh,
than a decade.
See? Yeah.
I know it hurts. It was such a good game too.
it was good.
It was good. Thank you everyone for joining us. I am so happy that we are able to tell this wonderful story with these wonderful people. And thank you for joining us. So with that, we're going to say, wait a minute, be kind, don't be a jerk. Good night. See ya.
Thanks all.
Thank you.